Hi, welcome to the Dr Funke Show. My name is Dr Funke before, and today we're going to talk about how to get on with your work colleagues. Did you know that being at work is like being at home? We spend so much time at work, but so many people have conflict and don't get on with their colleagues. So today I'm going to give you some hot tips on how to find ways to get on with your work colleagues. As always, I love to bring you some hot statistics. A recent study conducted by the Chartered Institute of Personnel and Development found that due to the economic downturn, 20% of staff reported conflict in the work environment. But most importantly, they found 51% of staff stating that they're more stressed. In my opinion, I think this is more. So what is the stress down to? It could be down to the economic downturn as well as conflict with colleagues. So we need to think about what tips do you need to take if you're thinking about how to get on with your work colleagues in a way that it doesn't become a problem. Many of us have to work with difficult people, but I've come up with a few types of people that usually present in the work environment. You have the office gossip, which I call a gossaholic, and what that means is that they're continuously gossiping about people at work. My take on life: if you can't say to the person what you would say in front of them, delete it from your vocabulary. If you can't add any value to what you're saying to that person's life, why say it? Then we have the office show off. They want to show off all their talents, and some people just don't like it. In my opinion, if you want to show off your talent, go ahead and do it. You're not causing any harm. It's usually the person feeling that it's causing them harm because they feel they're lacking those talents that you have. Then we have the person that's been there for years. So you might have come along and they've been there for the past 20 years and they may feel threatened that you've come along, but it's okay. You're not showing them that you're taking over their role. Well, I hope you're not, but obviously they're feeling a little insecure because a bit of new blood is coming into the office. Then we have the office joker. They bring light into the work environment, but sometimes an office joker can take it too far, especially when the joke is on you. Now, these are just some of my different types of personalities that you may find in the work environment. Whichever one it may be, or there may be others, is to think about how can I get on with work colleagues. It's about getting on with people who are different from you. That's why we have conflict. Sometimes we see a person behave in a particular way, we don't like it. But a little psychology tip: we generally don't like people as a reflection of the bit we don't like about ourselves. That's just my hypothesis. Anyway, let's get down to some hot tips on how to get on with work colleagues. Okay, we've spent some time focusing on you, but let's take another step on what you personally can bring to make some of the changes so that you can get on with your work colleagues. If you're having a meeting, what solutions can you bring to the table? Try and have that solution-focused mentality where you're looking for solutions rather than the problems. Remember, we're working as a team, or you're working as a team, so you want to find a solution to making life better in the work environment. Another hot tip is try and avoid the blame game mentality. And what I mean by that is because you become so heightened and so aware of what's going on at work that you start to feel that everyone's blaming you. Take yourself out of this. Try and have a look-in approach where you're looking into the situation and taking an objective view. I know sometimes it can be difficult at work. I personally have had difficulties at work and felt that life was squeezing so tight that I could not breathe. But I could breathe, and I did take charge and realized that I needed to make an impact in my work environment. Anyway, another one that I like to bring to you is non-verbal and verbal language, i.e. your body language. I very often talk about this on the Big Brother shows in the UK. Do you know that 90% of what you communicate is by what you don't say? So only 10% is on what you do say. So you may be saying, well, I'm not doing anything, I didn't say anything, but your body language will be telling a different thing. So understand what it is that you're presenting. And the final one that I like to bring to you is take the person aside. Who is upsetting you? I know it seems so difficult and to barely think of talking to someone that you don't get on with, but do you know sometimes people don't realize their behavior and the impact of the behavior it's having on you. The reason why I say take that person aside, because it gives you the opportunity to say to them that their behavior is making you feel in a particular way. Please note, no one can tell you how you feel about a situation. They may say that they didn't mean it to be that way, but you have to let them know that what they did made you feel a particular way. And finally, try and speak to someone that you can trust, who will take an objective view, not someone who you feel you can trust and is going to gossip about the situation, because that's not going to be helpful. You need an objective view of the conflict that you may be getting at work. I hope you've enjoyed these tips that I've given you, and now we're going to have Ask Dr. Funke.
Dear Dr. Funke, I'm writing because I do not like the person I am becoming. I work in a busy environment and have quite a successful career. However, I got there by stabbing a few of my friends in the back. I never imagined I would do this, and I realised that I'm not even happy in my job role. I've also upset a few of my friends, and I'm not happy with my current job situation.
Thank you for writing into us. I'm really sorry to hear that you're having a difficult time at work. I appreciate how you may feel because you've had to stab a few friends in the back, and friends that you probably consider quite valuable to you. But what is quite positive for me reading your message is that you're able to reflect on what you have done and want to change the ways that you behave in your work environment. So I think you've taken the first point of call in understanding your behaviours. But it's also important to note that you don't want to go against your moral values of who you are as a person. Sometimes we can get wrapped up in what we think we should be and lose sight of who we really are. So always bear that in mind. Also, if you're thinking of finding another job and are not sure how to go about it, please look at our other episode on finding your focus. But the most important thing is finding a work-life balance. So I wish you all the best in your future career. But do keep all your questions coming in. We value what you have to say. You can contact us via Twitter, email, or the Dr. Funke Facebook page. We look forward to seeing you next time. Have a great day.